Hi, this is Nicole Watkins with Morgan James Publishing, and I'm the Director of Author Support. And today I've got the pleasure of speaking with author Layne with his newest book, Pippin No Drippin. Layne, it is such a pleasure to have you here today to talk about the newest book in your series, Pippin No Drippin.
Yeah, this is really exciting, and it's kind of weird too. 2020 is we've had to learn how to do a lot of things differently, but I'm sure appreciative of Morgan James for setting this up for us authors because it's just a great resource and a way to get our message and our books out there.
Oh, absolutely. And it's our pleasure as well. And I really want to dive into some of the questions I've got for you today, Layne. I know your first book in the series, Pippin No Lickin', which we have on our shelf at home. My son loves the Pippin book. So I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of Pippin No Drippin'. So again, with Pippin No Drippin', this is the second book in the series. Do you have more? And what prompted you to write this particular story?
That is an awesome question. I'm actually gonna, so you guys, I have a green screen up here. So if I try to show my cover of my book, it gets all washed out. Let me go ahead and share the actual cover of Pippin No Drippin' with you. So you can just kind of see it. And you can probably tell by the raindrops, this ties in with drippin'. So you can just kind of see that there. But that's the cover. I'm really happy with it. Illustrator was the same as the last book, Linda Pierce, and so the consistency with the character is amazing. But yes, so anyway, Pippin No Drippin' is the second book in the series, and I've written 2 or 3 more stories for Pippin, and we will just have to see how it goes as to how far this series can run. But I've got the ideas haven't ended so far. So the second book, Pippin No Drippin', finds our lovable main character stuck in the house on a rainy day. And what's crazy is this is so prescient. I wrote that this manuscript was done before COVID. And I was already talking with David and Morgan James in, I believe, January about putting the book out. And so this is about a young 6 or 7 year old cat child that has to use his imagination and not electronics on a rainy day. And there's a lot of parallels with the story and what's been going on for the last year. So he does end up using his imagination, and he comes up with a pretty fun way of spending the afternoon. And reaction so far across the board from kids and parents has been stellar. So
I love that, Layne, and that's one thing that I really love about you as an author and a child, children's author. And my son is 6, and it's just that it's bringing this sense of the kind of childhood that a lot of us had growing up with. Just we had to use our imagination. There's so many things out there now, cool little apps that kids can be entertained by. But I love the message in this book of just you're stuck inside. You've got the rain outside, and we can't always rely on just these cool apps or the electronics. We got to get back to this idea of really fostering that imagination. So that's one thing that I just, really tugs at my heartstrings as a mom and a parent to have something that really gets back to the roots that were really so special to me as a child growing up. And as you mentioned already, 2020 has, been particularly challenging as everyone is now inundated with online content. And what value added things are you doing that make your book stand out?
well, that is a great question as well. And being a children's author, this is actually kind of my second career. I started out here in Nashville as a musician and a songwriter, which I still do. This year, the music side of things, as you can probably imagine. But anyway, I think anything creative, music, I have friends that are comedians, I have friends that are actors, I'm an author. Gone are the days of a publisher or a record company or whatever it is having control of a small group of acts or whatever they're doing and pushing them out there, and people will generally be able to see your work. Like you said, we are inundated with online content. And so we can't just put a book out there and be like, okay, hopefully thousands of people will buy this, because there's literally something like, I think David has quoted a stat and maybe it's gone up. There's something like 1,000 books that come out a day. And a lot of them are great books. I believe my book can stand up there with the best books that are out there. But you know what? There's thousands of others out there too. So we have to do multiple prongs to be able to reach people, capture their attention, draw them in to say, hey, this is something that I think is worth my time. So this year, I have really embraced, even though it's been so hard, every social you can imagine. I have, and we'll talk about this at the end, I guess, with my tags. I'm doing Instagram, I'm doing Twitter, I'm doing Facebook, I'm doing YouTube, and if you can believe this, I just started doing TikTok.
Wow.
So, and I'm doing snippets, like I did some dances on TikTok, um, a little video promo that I did on YouTube that's actually getting a lot of good response. We'll show a clip of that at the end. But yeah, it's just all about, some people would say, oh, well, is it just a shtick? Are you just doing? No, it is. I firmly believe in my book. I believe in Pippin and his stories, but you have to go out there and draw people in to what you're trying to say. Otherwise, you just get lost in the white noise.
Oh, absolutely. And that's, I think you speak so truly with just some of these added pieces to the book that makes it so fun. The videos that you've done, I had mentioned, I know you came out with a guitar at our red carpet event in Nashville. I mean, you just always seem to explode on screen with, we never really know what we're going to get from Layne. And that's exciting. That really interfolds into the Pippin series, and it's really exciting for us. And I know you had the video last year with the first book, Pippin No Lickin', and I think our whole team, we watched the video, and then that song got stuck in our head. So it's just things like that really brings really those characters and the story to life, and that's what I really love. So that kind of leads me into my next question for you is, what else are you doing creatively, and do you have more book ideas on the horizon?
Well, that's interesting you say that, Nicole, because somebody, this is related to your second question and going into your third. Are you sure you're coming on? Okay. Someone wants to come on and say hello.
Uh-oh. All right. Yes. Hi, Pippin.
Hi, Nicole. How's it going?
Oh, it's going fantastic. I'm so glad that we were able to get to see you today.
Well, I'm glad you came down, Pippin, because you were up making a sandwich or something, and I told you I was going to be doing this, that you needed to come meet Nicole. So, yeah, so I live with Layne now, and we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. We're going to be doing shooting webisodes for YouTube, and maybe have some stories of adventures that I get in with my friends, and maybe like learn some lessons and stuff like that. So, it's going to be really cool.
Oh, I absolutely am very thrilled to hear that, Pippin. And oh my goodness, I'm just like a huge fan. I really hope that I can get your autograph and maybe a copy of your newest book. I can't wait to see how many more adventures you go on.
Oh yeah, I'll sign a book for you and your son, and we'll definitely send that over to you.
Awesome, awesome. He's gonna be so excited.
All right, thanks, Pippin. Thanks for popping on. So yeah, that's one of the creative things that I've been doing, and he seems to be getting good response too. I just started taking Pippin the Puppet to my Zoom virtual school appearances, and I did a library appearance the other day, and kids really seem to get a kick out of him. So that's one of the prongs, things that I'm doing. So
Absolutely. Very cool. I love that. And, I know there's a lot of parents that are out there watching and kids and things like that, that are just that are going to be really interested in Pippin, or maybe they've already fallen in love with Pippin, like my son and I have. Where can they get more information to just stay in touch and see what kind of exciting things that you have to come into the new year?
well, the main way is right here. Am I pointing at the right? My
Yes.
screen is mirrored, so it's like weird sometimes. You point and it goes the opposite direction. So my main website, www.layneihde.com. I know my name is hard to spell. I probably should have like used a pseudonym or something when I started writing these books, but Layne Ihde, LayneIhde.com. And then my socials, Twitter is the same thing. Twitter is at Layne Ihde. And then for Instagram and TikTok, it's similar, but it's at Layne I7. Layne I, the number 7. And so those are the different places that you can reach me. YouTube, all you need to do is go on and search Pippin the Cat. The entire channel is just called the Pippin the Cat channel, and it's been vetted, so it's officially showing up now. You're a mom, so you probably know this. There's a portion called YouTube Kids,
Right.
where that content, if you have your kids signed up for YouTube Kids, they are only going to get access, and it's filtered content that is safe and meaningful, and you know that you can let your kids surf on there, and they're going to just only have good content for kids. So those are the 5 different places. Website, is that 5 or 6? Website, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Woo!
Yeah, no, that's great. So many avenues where we can stay connected and just see what kind of fun adventures Pippin's going to get into. So we'll be very excited to see that. I know you've got a special for us, a special treat for us here at the end, but I do want to say thank you so much, Layne, for continuing the Pippin story and the series, and just being here with me today to talk a little bit about your background and just how Pippin came to be, and again, just so many great things on the horizon for you and Pippin.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say thanks to you and the MJ team. First of all, most publishers don't even do a red carpet event. And then now that we can't do that this year, for you guys to just kind of take the ball, say, what can we do during 2020 to still get our authors out there to present their message, to present their content, the passions that many of us have just spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours putting out there, because we want people to connect with it. And you and your marketing team are always responsive to me when I say, hey, what about this? Something doesn't look right on this retail site. You guys are, busting it every day for us. And so I really appreciate that. But to end this, guys, let's go to the screen. I did kind of a little parody trailer of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for the book, and people have been digging it. This is just a clip. So if you want the full thing, go on YouTube, search Pippin the Cat, and you should be able to find it. So let's go ahead and share this. You all ready?
All right.
Pippin No Drippin. In West Kittendelphia, born and raised, when it rained, he got stuck inside most of his days, staring out the window while bored in his house, not even any interest in chasing the mouse. When something cool caught his eye and blinked, started his returning and made him think. He got one big idea and his mama went, hey, she said, you're moving and you're grooving in a positive way. Pippin, Pippin, Pippin No Drippin, Pippin, Pippin.
Oh my goodness, Layne, you've done it again. You just always keep us on our toes, and it's always such an excitement to be connected with you and see what kind of exciting things you're going to bring to the table. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much, Nicole, and everybody have happy holidays out there. Stay safe. Find Pippin wherever he is.
Absolutely. Thank you again. Take care.
Bye-bye.